for your volunteer hours.
Yes.
Yeah, that's great. So one could actually dig this out of the ground and put it, send it over and then meet it at the day shelter and prepare it. I think that sounds like a great activity right there. Watch the cycle of feeding happen.
Right.
Well, that's awesome. So Jen, tell me a little bit, take us back. You said 2.5 years ago, right? Mm-hmm. What was out there in that field when you got there?
There were still some employees who were gardening out there, and there were a lot of weeds, sunflowers, and dill, and that was about it. And
not a great
I
meal.
remember I got the first plot cleared out, and it rained that week, and I came back that next Saturday because I was only working like 5 hours out there. Frank, the president of TLC, he said, just give it a start. Mm-hmm. And as you know, with the rain comes the weeds, and it was like there was weeds again. And I was like, are you kidding me? So that began the process of, the me becoming a pro at smashing and squashing and suffocating all weeds. So
first things first.
Yes.
So tell folks now, what is it that you're growing? I mean, you've got so much stuff. Take us through what you grow out there.
There are apple trees and pear trees, and all kinds of fruit trees. Depending on the season, I mean, like right now, of course, we have tomatoes and peppers and eggplants and cucumbers and like several types of beans. We're growing sweet potatoes, regular potatoes, onions. I mean, anything.
Yeah,
we have a whole herb garden
out there. I mean, blackberries. You had 4 kinds of blackberries.
Yes,
right?
strawberries.
Yeah, I mean, there's no end to it, and it's weird, but you're starting to think about fall already.
We just started our transplants on Saturday. Our first succession planting of transplants for broccoli and Brussels and cauliflower.
So let Dilbert and Johnny know.
Really excited. Yes, yeah.
Got some fresh fall harvest coming in.
Mm-hmm.
That's incredible. I mean, it's such a great, generous thing from TLC and North.
Yes.
I mean, it's so great. And then again, need that help getting people out there. Tell people how much you've done this year.
We have donated, to Brittville and the Homeless Alliance around 2,100 pounds of produce.
That's a ton.
That's a ton.
Yeah, that is a ton, folks.
Yeah.
That is an actual ton of food plus.
Yes.
It's a ton plus. So, and you've got, between the two of you, got 60 plus garden or plots out there?
With TLC, and then Northwest Lawn took over the east side of the gardens last fall. Thank goodness, because that was a lot for me to handle.
So
the whole city block.
with a dozen or so people, you've done a ton of food.
Yes.
So with say 100 people,
we could do so much more.
Yeah.
It would be great. Yes.
We could really. This could be something that really makes a difference, and I know, Dan, that's really important for you. You work in a field that people want to hear good news.
Sure.
And I know there's good news. But it's not over,
Yeah.
Tell us kind of where we are with our local homeless situation.
Yeah, so numbers of homeless are up in Oklahoma City. They're up statewide currently, and not significantly, but some over last year. Part of that's state budget cuts. Part of that's pullback in the oil and gas industry. The safety net is a little frayed right now,
right?
And so meeting basic needs like healthy food becomes critical. And I would say, Dave, I don't know if you know this, but I came to this work from banking, and so my days were spent behind a desk looking at a screen and all that kind of stuff. And so what I looked for in my volunteer work was something where you could accomplish something in a relatively short period of time. Because in my regular work, it was very rare to be able to say, "Look what I did today,"
Right.
And the sense of accomplishment that a volunteer could get at the gardens.
Right.
Because when you hoe a row,
That's right.
you have hoed a row,
Right.
and you
Step back and you cross that off your list. And that's why I start my days in the garden.
Absolutely.
If nothing else, I got my hands dirty.
Yeah.
Right.
I got some. What'd you call it? Nut sage. out of my garden. And so, I agree with you 100%. This is a great opportunity, and not to mention, here it is. What you do takes a strain off of the supply that you have. I mean, you have a lot of generous donors that give you guys food on a regular basis. But anytime you can take the strain off of them, I'm sure that's got to help.
And just I can't emphasize enough fresh fruits and vegetables.
Yeah, we
It
all
is
need
just,
that.
Yeah,
but
we all need that.
But folks who live on the streets like that, I mean, it is rare to never
Yeah.
that they're going to get that kind of nutrition. But thanks to what you guys are doing out there, that's possible.
Yes.
And with more volunteers, we can make it more possible. So
Yeah.
it's awesome. We appreciate the work that both you guys are doing, and appreciate you coming out today.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
So before we go, tell your Facebook page for volunteers who maybe want to see some pictures and so forth.
It's the Homeless Alliance and Brittville Food Pantry plots.
All right, and homelessalliance.org
Yep.
for all your volunteer needs. Check them out. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, that was fun.